Colo Red.
And it's Joffrey with a G.
Sir. Got the Parktown
City West
podcast, man, amongst other things.
Man, what's up, bruh?
Man, not much, man. You know, the state of America is in shambles, it seemed like it's a plot on men being men.
Well, you know how that is, man. I face it, you know, whether it's at the workplace, if it's,
right.
you know, everywhere you go, man, no matter where you go, you see it. At home,
Right.
Out at a store, just anywhere, man.
Right.
Even growing up, bruh, you know, you didn't really see it or didn't understand it.
But is it an issue, though? You know, like the equality. Women want to be equal to men. I don't see men screaming that they want to be equal to women. You know, I understand, you know, life has double standards between the two. You know, what women can get away with, men necessarily can't get away with. Like, it'll never be equality. Why they fight so much for this equality that we are equal? I don't get it. What you think about it? I don't know.
So the masculine and the feminine will never be equal. And there's a reason for that. No, I don't care how strong a woman gets, the smallest guy will still be stronger.
Right.
He can still overpower her. I mean, you see it all the time. You hear about a 300-pound woman versus a 165-pound man. He's still stronger.
Yeah,
She's got bigger than she outweighed.
Yeah.
You know, but as for strength, he's still
strength. Yeah,
he's still stronger, and it's just men were made to protect. I mean, that's just who we are.
I mean, from our skeletal muscles to our skeleton, from our skin, like on a DNA level, we're different.
Yeah, I mean,
you know,
and
we're built different. So.
And it's not saying it's not a knock on femininity. Is the feminine what's the word I'm looking for? To be feminine, it has its strengths as well.
Yeah.
But masculine has its strengths. But when feminine try to mask itself as masculine, it just can't compete.
It don't work. It don't work.
So,
I think it's foolishness. What you think about this whole concept of toxic masculinity? What is toxic masculinity? And then it's like, what is it? Then people who define it with masculinity being, I'm tough, all that extra stuff. That's not masculinity. But I mean, what's your take on it? What do you think about the attack on masculinity, disguising it as toxic masculinity because it doesn't fit a certain agenda?
So I could say this, man. The strongest masculine emotion, I believe, in my heart, is love. Is no love like a father's love.
Right.
And the kids know it. Whether the woman wanna admit it or not, a father's love gives every child its confidence. If that father is there, that child will be confident, whether you believe it or not.
Mm-hmm.
You may not see it at the moment, but if that father is in the home and that father is present, he speaks words of love into his children.
Right.
And you will see the confidence in them kids.
Oh yeah.
I know I see it in mine, man.
And discipline too. You know, when daddy get home, it's like, ooh, because you gotta think. We ain't talking about like daughters, because that's a different. You know, like with sons, they gonna overpower that woman.
Always.
They gonna get taller. They gonna get bigger. They gonna come into their own. There's so much you can do, and then society gonna teach them. So either they gonna grow up feminine, and not feminine in the respect of gay feminine, just feminine in a way of emotional.
Right.
And now you got an emotional grown man, and they got men muscle, men strength, man height, and then just as emotional as a woman. That's probably the bully.
You know, and
That's the bully.
you know, man, I used to wonder, man, bro, like growing up, seeing guys that didn't have their dad in their life,
Right.
and they only had their mom and their sisters, and aunties, right? Those dudes was mean as hell,
Yeah.
but it was because they were so emotional, they had no balance.
Right.
So we used to think they was hard, but they really were just showing they feminine side.
They weak. They weak men.
And they couldn't control, because every guy that come in contact with me and they be like they want to get into leadership.
Right.
The first thing I tell them is you need to control your emotions.
Right.
I could be pissed off and I'm gonna talk to you monotone.
Right.
And you're gonna be like, I really don't know where he going with this. I think if I go off on him, he might beat me up.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
If you can't control your emotions, man, you're a weak man.
And you're not fit for leadership.
You're not fit for leadership.
Definitely not. So when it come to a man, I mean, you gonna have feminine type men. I mean, all through our history of mankind, we have always had the feminine men, the masculine men, or the more dominant, right? But that's just who we are as a species. It doesn't mean that one is better than the other, because I mean, if you look at the hierarchy, you're gonna always have a king. Right. Somebody have to submit to the king, right. And we all men. So it don't mean that you're not a king yourself, but you gotta submit to the divine king, right. The one that everyone has put in the leadership.
Man, it's like chess. It's chess. Everybody play their role.
That's it.
We're not a collective. Play their role. You do this, you do that, you do this, you do that, and that's it. All right, cool. You're not a weak man if you follow the lead of another man. He understands the situation better than you. So it'd be very feminine of you to not respect this man lead when he knows. But you want to go your own way and do all that. Now you acting feminine now. Because now you're finna mess
right.
up everything because you and your feelings.
Right.
You want to be the face of whatever, everything. Like, no. Leaders played the back. They play the back. They take care of business. They make sure the ducks in a row, cross the T's, dot the I's. And if you don't understand that leadership, that person, that man know this situation better than you, and you want to go your own way, you feminine. You acting emotional.
And you know, man, like, you know, any leader throughout history, he always had wise counsel. So if you're a king, you're a lord, or whatever your title is,
right? You
have to have wise counsel. So with wise counsel, mean that it's almost as if you're speaking to other kings. Right. You don't have weak men around you. You need strong men, right. And they're gonna help you with your leadership. So I may be the king of my region, but you the king of the whole country. So it's like, okay, king. So this is what I have in my region, and this is the mindset of the people. This is how I control it. So now you have the whole kingdom to control. So I'm just giving you a little piece of my region, and that's all I can speak on. But now I'm giving you the wise counsel from my region. So if you put a certain element out, I'm gonna let you know how my region is gonna react, and I'm gonna be quiet because you the king of the whole thing. I'm just telling you about my region.
Like you say, it's a hierarchy.
Yeah.
And men respect other men because of the threat of violence. So it ain't that you the lesser man because this man is king. It's like you just respect the dominance, the control, until it's your turn.
My time will come.
But that king, if just because this king is the king over all and you the king of your own secular kingdom, don't mean that he don't respect you as a man, because at the end of the day, anybody can get touched.
He respects you.
So he respects you, because that threat of violence is always, and that just keep men in order. That's why, guys, that's emotional, man. All that arguing, all that BS, man. That ain't what it is, man.
And not to cut y'all, like if my region always known peace, but yours always known war,
chaos.
If we are at war, I'm not gonna speak on it because I know peace. So when it's your turn to speak, I'm gonna be like, nah, man, you need to hide that face, because he the one. His region is all about war, and he been running that for a whole decade now. I think he the one that's more qualified to speak on war because we at war.
Right.
That's his lane. My lane is peace. So But that's manhood for you.
That's
we keep
masculinity,
the
man.
Checks and balances.
Yes, sir. And it's your boy, Colo Red.
I'm Joffrey with a G.
Man, be more masculine.
That's it, man. And don't be afraid to love. You know what I mean?
That's it.
Love is a strong emotion. So.
It is, man. But don't lose yourself in it.
Nah, never.
Parktown.
Yes, sir.